Well, folks, the agriculture industry, as we all know, is pretty well dispersed. Farmers across the country working on their own farms and ranches, but occasionally we all have the chance to get together. And when the industry comes together, there is no stopping the conversations. Well, one of the places that American farmers do tend to gather each and every year is at the Commodity Classic. This past month, Max Armstrong and I had the chance to go to Denver with the Commodity Classic, and we caught up with several old friends. Max, of course, a big fan of those red tractors, had the chance to check in with his pals at Case IH.
At these farm shows, we get to visit with a lot of friends, folks we've talked to in the past. That makes it so enjoyable, Mike, especially when we not only visit with farmers, but folks who serve farmers in various ways. Kurt Coffey joins us here, Vice President of North America for Case IH. First of all, you've really had the chance to sample grower opinions. You were at Louisville, you've been out at many of the dealers I know. What's the gut feel that you get? You know, this has been kind of a long, dark tunnel, but I've been surprised at how upbeat many of the farmers are.
Yeah, moods are okay. The one thing I know about cycles is they end. And so we're planning for a difficult year, and I think farmers realize where we're at, but we're looking for upside, whether that's in commodities, stocks to use, support from USDA. But moods are pretty good compared to maybe what you think they might be here at the Commodity Classic.
Yeah, when that income report came out the other day from USDA about rising income this year with the government contribution, that's not insignificant, and it's needed. It's an important time, it seems like. But the thing that occurs to me is when you get into leaner periods, are you still working to bring those new products along? Do you still have your engineers working to have those things we're going to need 5-10 years from now?
I'm surrounded by hundreds of millions of dollars of research and development that have gone into our AF10, our technology we've launched here at this show, and so we're prepared for when there is that upcycle and demand spikes. Right now we're focused on making it through trough. But for sure, we actually are still very much doubling down on investment in R&D, specifically technology, because that's really unlocking value maybe on an existing platform. Retrofitting tech allows a farmer to get that use case without buying the entire new machine.
We had talked about the sprayer while we were here, certainly, but the thing that occurs to me is you're really bringing more efficiencies to the farmer in a variety of ways, and sometimes that means perhaps lessening the input that is needed or targeting more specifically what that producer needs.
Yeah, we're here launching our first Sense and Act technology. We call it Sense Apply, but it's really a priced reasonable entry point into a farmer with many use cases, live VRA, so variable rate application, for a customer to be able to get into a product that has about a 2-year payback and across many use cases from nitrogen to spot spraying. So we're really excited to be unveiling that here at the Commodity Classic.
And think how far we've come with spraying technology in just a short period of time. When you were a young man, when I was a young guy on the farm, it was pretty haphazard, and we applied far more than we needed to, frankly.
We did. It's incredible. When we first started talking about bolting Raven into the house of brands, bringing Augmenta in, and now we're going to have this Sense Apply, I started thinking about what it would look like, and to be able to run 19 to 25 miles an hour, sense something and do it. We're not slowing down our technology for the customer to be able to fit the need. And very importantly, maybe you want to put down a broad base, but then boost when you see a weed. That allows, to your point, I'm not over applying. I have to get something down the residual, but now when I see something I can boost, that's doing more with less, lowering input costs, which goes back to your profitability question. So trying to solve the income problems here.
The time ahead of planting season is a pretty busy time for your dealers, is it not? I mean, getting, planter workshops, that sort of thing, getting the growers ready for the season ahead.
Yeah, very busy season. A lot of dealers do customized maintenance programs over the winter. It keeps the shops level throughout the year. Pretty busy time. I think everybody's itching. There was a band of snow and ice that came through that, everybody slowed up from Kansas to the east, but it seems we saw 60 degrees. I saw a guy working ground in Indiana last week, and it kind of scared me, but sooner or later it'll break loose.
Yeah, while this Commodity Classic was going on, there was corn being planted in Texas, as a reminder that it's going to be working its way north pretty soon. Dry soils, we always worry about a drought, to be sure, but with tillage equipment that you have to be ready for any kind of conditions, do you not?
Yeah, I mean, from Min-Till in the fall primary to a lot of tools we sell through the fall to a customer being able to go and plant into dry soils, direct plant. I mean, we're a leader in crop production, tillage, planting, seeding, and so I think we have a product for almost any use case, Max.
Are you getting the good talent? I know this is getting astray a little bit here, Kurt.
Sure.
Are you getting the young people coming into the business that you really need, the bright young minds, and maybe they take different paths to get to you, but has that been the case at Case IH? You're really getting good
You
folks.
gave me a detour, I'll detour. We are trying to make agriculture unique, sticky, to where somebody sees it and they see, wow, that's an amazing $1 million machine.
Sexy. For
Sexy,
a young,
you
young
use the
mind.
word.
Yeah.
$1 million machine, but inside of it is better tech than was on the original space shuttle launch. And so that's sticky, that's appealing. And we're kind of going that path because there's a huge shortage of people working with their hands, trades, vocations. And so we're trying to make our business great again. We're trying to make ag sticky and relevant because I think we lost a generation, my generation. A lot of people went other places. Trying to bring them back because this is a great industry to be in.
So kids, instead of thinking about Elon, think about Kurt Coffey and his crew. They're going to be right on the cutting edge too. Always great to see you. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for joining us here. Be well, Max.
Kurt Coffey, Vice President North America for Case IH.
Thank you, Max and Kurt, for that conversation. And folks, Kurt is right. There is something tremendously rewarding about working with your hands. If you've got young folks looking for an opportunity, agriculture can provide it.